Welcome to another new walkthrough. I am Izzy Noodles and this time I am playing Eternal Mysteries. So this is quite an interesting one. We end up in various locations. So let's see where we begin. Okay, so we start off in Egypt and it's raining. What a swizz. So firstly, just gonna grab this Medpack sitting right here, and then as we go forward just here we'll see it is Egypt, morning of 31st of December 2006. So a strange place to be at New Year, but hey, maybe this is normal to Lara. This is what she does. Okay, so if you watch this flyby closely, it's gonna show you how to get across the chasm just here. So pretty much just make sure you jump over to that side. So just hop over and grab the edge. So once you have shimmied as far as you can go, so we're kind of stuck here, but what you just need to do is climb up and flip back and veer to the right to land right here. And now down in this area there is seemingly not very much to do. So we have this doorway. This looks like a button on the wall, but that's a receptacle. We need an item for that. We have a closed doorway here. And there is this unique tile on the wall, so this is kind of nothing, so just ignore this. You cannot do anything with this, but we can grab some Uzi Clips. So yeah, what are we doing? There is kind of seemingly nothing to do. Now if we light a flare, which I recommend you don't, because you'll actually need loads later and you'll not get many throughout the game. So I'm gonna use my pistols and shoot like a madman. So with some form of light source, you can see that this tile here, this is a movable block. Okay, so behind the block is a lever, so go ahead and pull the lever. And that's opened this door with another lever, so next go ahead and pull this lever. Whoa, did we die? Wow, this is really cool. So this is how we end up in various locations. We're kind of in a flashback. So just pull this lever while you're underwater. So we are at the KRT Oil Rig. This is the 13th of May, 1998. So there's quite a few doors in this area that we need to open. So this is a very short section. So I've just opened this door with the underwater lever, so head on through. There will be a thug. Very easy to kill. And then, not this way. Too many doors. I always forget which way I'm going. Okay, so here is a button that will open the next door. So it's open a door to open a door. So we've just opened up this way. And in here we can see our main goal. So we need to find a generator fuse and just come around the back of this because there's this sneaky button just here. Very easy to miss. So that's opened the next door. So back through this way, back around here. And just to get your bearings, from the right, that's where I came from. There's the water. So take a left. Not that way. Okay, so we've just opened this door. Continue through. Alrighty, so the flyby drew our attention to the fuse that we need, and also it showed us a crawl space. So just climbing up here quick for some shotgun shells, and then we're going to need to pull an underwater lever. Before hopping in, you just need to shoot this shark that's swimming around in here. So everything is pretty easy to kill in this game. I shot the shark from here because the railings can sometimes just block your bullets. You'll end up shooting the railing. So there's the fuse over there, so we have to get there. So just be sure to pull this lever. Okay, so that's opened the door that leads us to the fuse. So that's that door just there, that was closed. So I've just opened it. And you've probably guessed we need to now get to the crawl space. But how do we do that? So, in my opinion, there is something here that potentially should look a little bit different. So what you need to do, shoot the railing. So I think that should either look a bit broken or be a different colour, so it just kind of stands out a little bit more. Okay, and then head on over to here. So crawl on through, and at the end is a very long drop. So we do have a ladder, so just grab the ladder, don't just flip on out of the gap. I've done that before. So it's not a death, but you're gonna take a lot of health loss. There we go. I got a bit lost. Okay, straight up to the back of the room. We did pass a door, but don't worry about that door. Just ignore it. Keep on going. And here is the generator fuse. Now, in this room, behind this door, is a secret. So, how do we open the door? Well. Just return back the way you came. And we now have a thug, so instead of shooting the thug, lead him back to the room. Oh, he's right on my tail. He's just stepped on a trigger tile to open the door, and we have not one, not two, but 3 medpacks right here. Okay, so now we have the secret and we have the generator fuse. We can go all the way back and use the fuse. Oh yeah, so just quickly let go and grab again to be able to climb up into here. And then you can just flip out of the gap, maybe not. I thought that was a thing. Because I know I've flipped out of the gap and plummeted down the ladder. Okay, so once we are here, go ahead and use the fuse. And it's showing us the next door has opened. Alrighty, so if you're not too sure where that door is, Don't even worry about it. We are back in Egypt. So present day, and we are waking up in a sarcophagus. How did we get there? We'll never know. But here we are alive. Lara is fine. Okay. So in this room, we are actually kind of trapped in this room. We need to open the door ahead. So it is actually important that we grab these items here. We have Uzi Clips and a large Medpack. So that's important. The other important thing we need to do is shoot these two vases. So there's nothing in them, but it's important. It's important because they're actually on odd tiles, believe it or not. And it's important to pick up the items that were here because now we can move these pedestals onto the odd tiles. Very sneaky. Okay, and so this door has opened. There is a door just on the left side we also need to open, so easy peasy. Just pull this statue onto this next odd tile. Nice. Okay, so as we come on through, Lara's attention is drawn to that receptacle just to the side of me, and we can see we cannot go ahead across this pit, but it is showing us, it showed it the camera angle of a Scarab Talisman that we need. So that's what we're working on. So come on through to here, we're going to need an hourglass to place here. And here we can shoot this vase for some flares. So flares are kind of gonna be important, so I'll talk about that once we get there, but try and hang on to your flares. So once we shoot the vase, it's the shooting the vase and not picking up the flares that's actually opened this next sarcophagus that's back here. So we've opened this, we can go ahead and pull the lever, which opens up a secret panel in the wall. So right here we can grab a secret. So once you have that, just hop back to avoid those blades. So this is a very handy secret, the Uzis. So weapons are very scarce in the beginning, so you want to try and pick that up. Not obvious it's there though. So next we have a bit of a booby trap. So we're going to be trapped right here, but keep running forward on the spot. Because otherwise you're going to get smushed by the boulder, so the gate will open eventually, as you just saw, so just keep on running. Okay, before doing anything else in this room, I'm gonna just rush straight up here for some more flares. Okay, and back around again. And right here we have a notepad sitting on the floor. So let's take a look at that old notepad. The statues have to face each other. I found that the easiest way would be to push each one to the middle and then rotate them around the center, but I'm too weak to do this. I think I'm not far from death now. May I rest in peace. So that's a clue to what we're doing with these statues, and before we begin, these jackals are actually in the way. We need to activate them. So a very unusual way to do so. Hop up here. And that's what this jump switch is for. So just pull the jump switch. And they're alive! Okay, so very easy to kill, just like all the other enemies. Oh, that one's on the flame. Sorry about that, dude. Okay, so as the note said, all of these statues need to be facing each other. So you see that I'm pushing it off a unique tile and now onto another unique tile. So they don't necessarily need to be on these tiles, they just need to face each other. Literally. That's all there is to it. Okay, gonna leave that there while I go and grab the other statue and pull that around the other way. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull this statue away once so that I can then move the last two statues around the middle. So I'm gonna put this in the same spot on the opposite side. Okay, 2 down and 2 to go. Okay, they're now all facing each other and the fire has gone out. So I kind of think this happens in the wrong order. I think once you put them all together, we're supposed to get the little scene that happens after I pick this up. Because it's showing you the rain is coming in and the fire has gone out. So I think that is potentially the wrong way around. But we have picked up the Sands of Time. So that's the hourglass, which is going to be placed right over here. Awesome stuff. So we can now get across the pit. It is filling up with sand. So just give it a second. You don't want to rush on in when you think it's going to be fine, just to be on the safe side. And we can now pick up the Scarab Talisman. And before heading back, we just need to pull the chain that's over here as well. So what the chain did was open up this gate. Okay, so we have a mirror, of course. And the start tiles on the grounds are the spike traps you do not want to step on. So, of course, I'm going to be kind of careful because I didn't save my game in a while. Okay, and we can see in the mirror at the end, this is the, I forget what this is called, but the funny looking thing that goes in the snake receptacle. Awesome stuff. Okay, wrong way. Okay, so we're now going to use this new item. So that is to be used here, the golden serpent, that's what it is. And that has opened up this door. Okay, so I recommend a save here. So we have a bull. We need to get it to break the 3 tiles. So one here, of course. Okay, and I'm gonna rush into this room. There is 2 items in this room. You may want to leave them behind if you think you're just gonna get squished. Wait for him to enter if he's gonna just run in. Cool. Sneaky, sneaky. Sometimes he does hit that button as well in there. Not always, which is kind of annoying. He missed that one as well. So each button actually does something different. Whoa. So this button, you see on my left here, it's moved that sarcophagus. I'm not sure which button is which here. Nice. But I can show you kind of as we go along. So if I now come down here, we can pull this lever. So apologies that I can't actually say what exactly does what, but you need to make sure you push all 3 buttons. So the lever opened up the exit here, we can come on through, and one of the 2 buttons nearer each other opens this door. So it could be a case of they both open the door, so if you miss one, this will still be closed. So you need to make sure to push the buttons, or, you know, get the bull to break the seals, whichever way you want to say that. Because they're not buttons technically. But just make sure you do that, and then we can leave. And if we just carefully take a peek down, that's our starting point, I think. Either way, we need to get down, so you're going to take damage if you try and get down just that way, but there is this sneaky opening just here, and you actually want to bump into the wall, just like that, because then you will not take any damage. Otherwise you will take a bit of fall damage as you drop on down. Grab these grenades as well. Careful of this, just be sure to grab. And there is this tile that looks kind of familiar. So this is pushable, so before when we saw this tile we could not have done anything, it was not pushable. And now we're at the bottom, we're back in a familiar spot. So this ledge is kind of different, everything about this is slightly different. So if you think that, oh, I should have known, don't worry about it, it's been made so that you do it exactly how it's supposed to be done. So back through here, this is where we, did we die? I don't know. But there is now a Medpack down here, so let's just carefully walk on through and grab that. Also quite intriguingly, there's now a skeleton here. Is this Lara? And we're now using a different Lara. Is this the new Lara? Once we've killed one, there are different ones. What is this? This is madness. Anyway, while you're thinking about that, we're gonna just use the Scarab Talisman right here. And come on through to this new section. So this is a pretty simple area, so you can get down and then easily, if I just look to the right, you can see on the left side of the screen there's an opening. So that leads straight back up again to this high bridge section just here. So there's a closed door across the way, you see on the right hand side. And the only thing we can do at the moment is come through to here. So the door's going to close behind me. I'm going to shoot this vase, and once I'm over here, there we go, we activate one of these guardians. So very quickly, once he's down, we have another one. Okay, so each of these guardians drops a Scarab Talisman, and then that will, you can see the receptacles there. We can use these here and we can exit the room again. Okay, so that's lined up and prepared, we can leave. There was a Medpack under the vase I purposely shot before just killing the guardians. And there's a torch. So just one, so be very careful with it. We don't have to go too far, so it's not so bad. So what are we doing with the torch? So as I leave the room, we can look down, and there's the flames. So you can just see under the bridge, there's two of these things down there, so they both have a flame. And then ahead of me, that's what we're gonna light. That one does not have a flame. And then a second one just here as well. So that's the situation. We need to light the torch here and bring it back up. I missed it. So yeah, you can sprint in deep water as long as you start sprinting when the water's shallow. An easy peasy running jump across. And then we can't run and jump back, we don't have the space. But be very careful, just jump on over the bridge sections. Cool, cool, we don't need the torch anymore. Okay, so it's recommended that we leave the torch behind. So the doors are there open, and we are now in a new location. So if you bring the torch with you, the readme says that it can mess up the animations. So just be sure to leave it behind. We'll not need it anyway. So we can see another flashback. Where are we now? We are in the temple sewers, 22nd of April 1999. So firstly, just coming this way to grab some shotgun shells, because otherwise I will forget all about them. And the main thing we need to do is flood the area. So you can go down there, that's fine, just so you can see a crocodile anyway. You can go down and easily come back up. But I'll not bother, I'll just go ahead and flood the area anyway. So we need to come up to here. There's this closed gate, which has a key down there that we need. Can't really see it very well. But drop on down this open section in the balcony. That passage is a dead end. So just come this way. And this is kind of a one-way system. There's a current here that stops you coming back. Okay, climbing out. And in this room, just hop up to here kind of quick, because there is a big old crocodile somewhere. Hey, I see you sneaking away. You're ruining the feng shui of my video. I never shoot you over here. Now where have you gone? Okay, he dared. He a big crocodile. Right, so, very easy to miss item. Can you see it? There is a key right in front of me. This is very easy to miss. Okay, so just be sure to grab that. And just here, locate this lever. So that's what's flooded the area. So while you're up here, be careful of this gap. You don't want to fall down before you flooded the area. You just have to come back around again. So here we go. Once you flooded the area, we can drop on down, and we have 2 more crocodiles on top of the one that was already down here. Just swimming around. Oh, one is still alive. I didn't even realize. Okay, so once everything is dead, we can drop into the water. Just gonna grab an item. Down here we have some Uzi Clips. I've actually forgotten to do something, so just climb back out of the water. So the Uzi Clips there we can grab before flooding the area. We can easily come down. Okay, so we picked up a key. That needs to be used right over here. Okay, so I kind of pointed out a cage, so we can see a cage behind a door that just opened up there. So we're heading right over to the door that opened. So hidden very well, we can only reach this once we've flooded the area. So sneaky gap, come on in, and this is the gate we've just opened with the key. So if I come close to the fence, we can see the cage that I keep trying to point out. We need to now raise that cage. To do that, just pull this rope. And it's raised, but we have to get to the cage. So the rope also opened the door that's back over this way, the gate. There we go, so now we can come on in. Here's the room with the cage, and underneath is a key. So you think you're going to use this in the second keyhole we've just seen, but once we pick it up... Psych! The level has changed, and Blara seems to have banged her head. So she's just waking up feeling a little bit dizzy, and we are back in present-day Egypt. So this is a very intriguing game. I really enjoyed this game. So this is end of part 1. And I hope you will stick around for part 2. Thanks for watching and take it easy.